Civilians are bearing the brunt of the violence, with thousands displaced and entire communities reduced to rubble. Scenes of destruction and loss are fueling anger across the country, placing additional pressure on Lebanon's leadership at a critical moment.
And that was a report on the situation and recent developments in Lebanon, as Lebanon is stepping back from diplomacy as violence intensifies on the ground, and Prime Minister Nawaf Salam has postponed a key visit to Washington, citing national security concerns, while Israeli military operations continue to devastate parts of southern Lebanon, raising urgent questions about what comes next after the collapse of talks. And to shed more light on the situation in Lebanon, we are joined over the phone by Dr. Sara Khater, media expert. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
So, Dr. Sara, as I've just said, that Lebanon is stepping back from diplomacy as violence intensified on the ground. How do you see the situation there?
I see a continuous escalation. As you just said, the violence is intensifying, and there's a collapse of peace talks, and all of this has direct repercussions on the situation in Lebanon. We have been witnessing severe Israeli airstrikes, regardless of whether civilians are affected or not. They're killing everyone. The situation is really, really difficult. So I think there should be some kind of peace talks specifically that focuses on the situation in Lebanon very soon.
And how does the postponement of high-level diplomatic talks affect you as Lebanon relations in the short and long term?
I think this visit, the visit has been postponed, just like you said. And in addition to that, the speech that was that we have all seen yesterday by Lebanon Prime Minister Nawaf Salam. This is a reflection on how the situation is getting more difficult. How the violence is escalating with no justification whatsoever for what's going on. I can't see any reason for the Israeli forces bombing civilians, women and children and seniors, and people who have no weapons in that severe and terrible way.
And Dr. Sara, what strategic objectives might be driving Israel's military operations, including demolition of villages in southern Lebanon?
They're claiming that they're only bombing and striking locations for Hezbollah, but this is not true. They're actually targeting everyone. There's no, and even if they have any justification, I don't think that anything justifies the killing of civilians on such a large and huge scale in Lebanon. It's clear that they want to expand the war, and they want to expand the borders of the war everywhere. They're targeting everyone. So I think there should be an international community stand, a unified stand for the international community, for everyone against this aggression.
And what are the humanitarian and legal implications of using explosives to raise residential areas during the incursion?
We're seeing displacement of millions of people in Lebanon. We're seeing people losing their homes and being driven out of their neighborhoods. This is a humanitarian crisis, a large-scale humanitarian crisis that adds to the humanitarian crisis that's going on in Gaza. And actually, there are also atrocities that are going on in the West Bank. So the Israeli forces are not actually having enough from the suffering of the Palestinian people only. They're making everyone suffer.
And in your opinion, how is the Lebanese government balancing national security concerns with the need to maintain domestic unity amid the escalation?
This was highlighted yesterday with the speech of the Lebanese Prime Minister, actually. He stressed and he focused on the importance of the unity of everyone in Lebanon. The Lebanese people have to come together. They have to forget their differences. They have to focus on the crisis at hand in order to be able to surpass it.
And in your opinion, what responses have been issued by regional stakeholders and international bodies regarding the development in southern Lebanon?
Amidst the American-Iranian war, one would think that no one would notice what's happening in Lebanon, but actually this was not true.
Yes.
Egypt and all the countries in the region, they have, and actually a lot of countries worldwide, they have actually condemned what's going on, and they are focusing on Lebanon, and they are trying to minimize the aggression, the Israeli aggression against the Lebanese people.
And what potential scenarios could unfold if diplomatic engagement between Lebanon and the United States remains suspended?
Well, I think there's no alternative other than holding serious peace talks for Lebanon. Lebanon is in desperate need of negotiations, peace negotiations that have to start immediately. The Lebanese people are suffering. There's a humanitarian crisis and consequently an economic crisis as well. So there should be serious peace talks and serious negotiations as soon as possible.
So moving to the situation in Iran, how do you assess the failure of the talks regarding the Iranian nuclear program, and what are the main reasons for this impasse?
Well, we have been seeing threats since the collapse of the peace talks yesterday. We have been seeing threats by both sides, by the American side and the Iranian side. And the American president has actually threatened a full closure of the Strait of Hormuz. And I think this adds more difficult situations, more difficult circumstances to what's already going on. We are seeing an energy crisis worldwide that has been unfolded since the start of this war. So the collapse of the peace talks yesterday actually doesn't tell us that things will be going in a good way.
And to what extent this failure can lead to wider military escalations in the region?
The peace talks yesterday were supposed to implement a ceasefire, even if a temporary one. This would have given time and some kind of an opportunity for the global markets to regain control and for oil prices to stop surging the way we saw them since the beginning of this war. But now all I can see is that war, there's an escalation, especially if the American warning becomes implemented today with the closure or the full closure, or trying to forbid or prohibit different ships and different oil tankers from going through the Strait of Hormuz. I think this adds more complications to the situation.
And how might the continued escalation also affect the regional economy after we have also witnessed some relief in the economy after the announcement of the ceasefire agreement, but now there is more violence expected. So to what extent this will affect also the energy prices? Do you expect more increase?
Yes. Well, yes. As you just mentioned, after the declaration of the peace talks, the oil prices, they were decreasing everywhere.
Yes.
There was some kind of optimism regarding the success of the peace talks. But after what happened yesterday, oil prices are starting to surge back up again. And there should be serious negotiations and serious peace talks this time.
Yes.
And both sides should sit together and they should try to listen better than last time. Because if oil prices keep surging like that, we are heading to a serious global energy crisis.
Yes, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Sara Khater, media expert. Thank you, Dr. Sara, for being with us. And as we said earlier, that Lebanon is stepping back from diplomacy as violence intensifies on the ground. And Prime Minister Nawaf Salam has postponed a key visit to Washington, citing national security concerns, while the Israeli military operations continue to devastate parts of southern Lebanon, raising urgent questions about what comes next after the collapse of talks. Short break and we'll be back.